There's nothing more that I love than growing my own food. Crop after crop of delicious, nutritious goodness that knows no equal. But despite loving it so much, there's a few crops that I'm simply not going to plant this year. Hi, I'm Jeff from the Ripe Tomato Farms. Welcome back to another episode of the Garden Quickie, the show where in 2 minutes or less, you just can't grow everything. And today's episode is all about what I'm leaving out, what I'm not going to be growing this year. Specifically, 5 crops that didn't make the cut. Time short as it always is, so let's dive in. Past rewards don't guarantee future success. And after 2 years of mediocre results, the first crop to get the boot this year is cauliflower. A medium to sometimes long crop, this fruiting brassica is simply fantastic when you get it right. But with insanely hot summers and drought becoming the new norm, this guy just doesn't perform as well as it should. For this next one, we go with cauliflower's close cousin, both in proximity in my garden and genetics. That's right, Brussels sprouts. Love these guys, and fresh from the garden is really the only way to eat them. But 2 years in a row of unreliable harvests means I gotta take a break. For this next one, we go underground, giving us potatoes. Or should I say, not giving us potatoes, because we're not going to be growing any of them this year. It's actually pretty crazy, because I can't remember a single year where we didn't grow at least a few pounds of tasty taters. Heck, we even grew them inside at one point. But space, time, and a couple of years of low yields means that I'm shelving potatoes for at least this year. No question, nightshades are always high on the list for most gardeners, with tomatoes and peppers often being the hands-down favorite. However, there's one nightshade that's going to be completely absent from my garden this year. I'm talking eggplant. A solid grower in my climate, I've never had any problem growing a ton of aubergines. It's just that we don't eat enough of them to warrant the space. So, maybe next year. And lastly, the 5th crop that won't be taking up any space in my garden this year are onions. Green onions, yes. Bulb onions, not this time. Don't get me wrong, I love fresh onions from the garden, and I've pretty much perfected growing them in my area. It's just that it's a costly crop to grow in terms of space, time, and the effort, versus what I could be growing instead. In my opinion, it's all about managing our growing windows and the best use of our resources. One of the best ways to do that is to be selective with the crops you grow, and of course, check out the next episode of the Garden Quickie. Thanks for watching, guys. And hey, if Garden Quickies are your thing, be sure to click on this playlist here as we explore and solve more growing issues in 2 minutes or less.